Good morning, people. Akakuba mukalabi abali e Kampala. The entire night it has been raining. However, the sky looks quite okay. Samsung it does the sky justice. But I hope you guys are doing well and that the week is beginning on a good note. Yes, the rain is happening, and by the way, the rain disrupts a lot of businesses. Business nyingi tezikola mu nkuba muno. Waliwo abantu abamu nga mu nkuba business zo ewabwe tebalya na nnyama naye nga ate musana bakuba gudiikudde. And it looks like even December is going to be full of rain. Hey, good morning, Josh. Good morning, Antonio. Henry, Bashir, Nick Wabui, good morning. Bruno Bakahika, Ntuse Muleti. Mboze Bade Kutakati. Eddie, good morning. Richard Nabong, good morning. Gabula Mark, good morning. Chairman Zach, Martha. Martha, obadde obuze nnyo waaba. Martha, how are you? Omwezi gubulako ennaku 26. It has been a long time since we reflected. It's time for us to try and reflect. I mean, we normally talk about we have been talking about always contemplating, always thinking about the decisions we make because they will affect us and stuff like that. And now it's time to reflect. The year began. As we were talking about setting goals and all that, omwaka tugumalako chicho okoze mwaka guno ekipya. I mean, have you achieved your goals properly? Have you even achieved 50%? Because that's something else. What was your ultimate goal? Have you changed some of the goals along the way? Have you been able to tackle some of the biggest goals? Personally, I was able to tackle big goals. Along the way, I formulated new goals and I tackled them as well. And I think I'm happy with what I've been able to do. Some of the new goals that I got have been very expensive, but I know they have made me a better person. I've been able to touch lives as well. I've worked on projects that I never imagined I could work on, and those in a way transformed my goals for this year. But some of the goals that I said I actually achieved them. Which wasn't bad at all. So what have you been up to in 2023? Because as the year goes on, then we'll get into the celebration mood, and then we'll start talking about what we used to do and we were children and all that. Yeah. So with 26 days to go, I think it doesn't matter what business you do. You may not be able to achieve a lot because, like, there is 25th is Christmas, 31st is New Year's Eve. 26th is Boxing Day. So of the 26 days that are remaining, 3 of them are already out. Actually, even 24th nalo lubalanti nalo lugenzi. Otegere kati awo balako weekends. Tobala weekends balako Sundays. Where it doesn't matter how good a businessman you are, okuja konga you had already like created systems where you make money on Sunday. Sundays are also off. So ogenda gendo kwesanga nga if you calculate 2 Sundays off plus the other 3 days you have calculated, those are like 5 days off. So you have 21 days in December to kind of try and achieve the goals that you have not been able to achieve. So Arthur watugano okuganya music while driving munange volume ebadde waggulu mbadde sitegedde ono wakosto baavuga kiki baaba kati weebuuza muleni yena abadde akolayo ki ng'akimanya agenda kujjamu abasaabaze abantu abamu bemuluka baziyigirawa. Other nowadays you really go first. I don't go first, Jovan. Nganvuga mpola bannange. Banayinza ku ngeri gye njagala mu family yange sinza na kubiddukayo. Good morning, Abby. Muli mutya bannange. Chris Da Vinci. What's up? Martha Bashiri akukulisaayo mu Kamoli. Tuwebale kudda mu mainstream for the love of cars. Vudde mu Kamoli. Yeah, so as we talk about the goals, as we talk about the year ending, omanyi buli mwaka gwetaaga ne genda okugwa ngo ina kyokukozeemu kyandibanga tokimanyiriza naye beera nga ate kitandise ng'osobola okukimiirako n'ogamba mu 2023 nakola kino. Essaawa eno abaazimba mu Kisenyi, it's your time to pay. Naye era abazimba mu Bisenyi abamu tebaamanya. Agula buguzi plot n'agenda okulaba nti plot bamugiguza layisi ate ne bagimuguza mu biseera by'omusana. After building, the rain comes. That's when you know that you built in a wetland. Kyantuukako ekasanga ti nagula mu dry season nga n'omusingi ogusima baaba wakaluba. Enkuba bwe yajja awo we namanya nti we naguze Kisenyi ate kikko ng'amazzi agava eri waggulu wonna. But regardless of that, omwaka guno bw'oba wali wa planning ogula plot ne bw'oba oguze ya Kisenyi oba oguze plot. Morning, Arthur. I have 10 million. I really need a car. Travel with Shafiq. 10 million is not a very bad budget. Now the next question is going to be, travel with Shafiq is going to be, what car do you need? Okay, what car do you want? Because yes, you need a car. But then after the need has been recognized, then we need to understand what cars you have in your mind as options. And then I can tell you, she'll get it in a one. So that even other people that have 10 million and want cars can know the cars that I say would be ideal in that budget. So travel with Shafiq. Million is okay. What cars do you have on your mind as options of cars to be bought? Share with me today. Katude wali mbalaga ku portfolio wali. Portfolio by yateredde mu wakati it must be worse. Ate bagenda ne banzibira shortcut yange wali. Kale engeri gyeri nkuba first feel a bugumu.
Wala gira mu mutima gwange sitoba
Someone sent me an image of a wish nga bumper yaye yagala kuviirako wano. Nambuuza gwe Arthur wali ovuga wote. Ne mugamba nze bwe ntuukawo nsooka nyimira ne neetegereza abalala bayiseewo batya. Kati nze nange awo ne mbalabala wa wempita. Kati mmaze okwetegereza. Ndabe we ngenda okuyita bumper yange esigaleko. Keep me by my side. That's how you drive potholes in Uganda. Osoka no imira ne wetegereza tokkiriza muntu kupapya. So trouble with Shafiq. Take out particulars. Let me tell you the truth. You speak with the voice, it's in high definition. Take a picture of you, 3D glasses, make you an invention. Baby girl, you will rock with me. Keep it by my side, you will stuck with me, girl. It's what I feel inside when you're by my side. You're my number, we're gonna become my wife. We burn them down. Together, Nabasunga, Nabagamba, Tedia Kutwala, Tedia Kuvimba, Tedia Kusumola. Baby girl, you rock with me. Keep you by my side, you stuck with me. You're gonna feel inside, you're by my side, yeah. Trouble with Shafiq is saying I need Ipsam in good condition. Raum old model and any other Toyota. Raum old model jireke Shafiq. Our district blamu Ipsam. Ipsam ojja kufunanga nungi nyo fisewo na akasente. Good morning Arthur. If I have 15 million, can I get a good condition Mark X or Wish? Yeah, Mark X here. Wish you will get, but might not be in the best condition as well. But you can get. Gonza, Arthur. Good morning. Pious Lubowa Arthur. This year I can say to myself that I have tried, but it has not been hard. Amina. I'm sure it has not been hard as hard as it was during the lockdown, right? Kasoke ntukali parking.
My number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never apart.
But you make me beg.
You make me beg.
Every time I come over, you make me beg.
But why?
Why? But why? The guys that have cars with AC, it's how when I get another demo book to send the book range.
Give me some love, be my better half. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Jewelry, dollar bills, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, yeah. Sikumanyi bulungi njakwetegereza. I say yes, I say no, I say baby let's Girl, you rule my world. You took my heart. Never depart, but you made me big. You
obuzibu bwa reverse camera tebamponinga nti ejjako music wo nalisuubidde nti ekola ogwayo ne music emwesonyiwe ni munnange ejjako music wo sigikozesa nagikozesa nze nkyamanyidde ebyaffe bya side mirror. Yeah, but how are you my people? I hope you guys are doing well. Mwe twogere ku mwaka guno. Omwaka guno kiki okoze? What have you done? Which month is the best to buy a car? Because you said people no longer sell their car in January. Katubalinde di. I think I've said this a number of times. The best month to buy a car is the month you have money for the car. Don't be there waiting for people to go broke. Don't be there waiting for people to get loans. Don't be there waiting. Kanzigule uko wanozikize moroka. Kano ka battery ninda buntu bwa buli obu jump starting nga bwalo okutuuka. Ndio kengezese battery eno oba namu oba sinamu. So, no. Yes. No. A little bit. Katugira tuguma. Sijja bulwa jumping nga bwegira. Anyway, I don't want you to think that Ugandans are in any position right now to go broke nti omuguleke moroka iraisi. Okitegeera. Abantu Ugandans these days naddala abaguze ku mamotoka agalimu ensamwege mwali agadde okuvuga nga bwe mbamanyi bafolowa bange. Abantu abalina amamoroka amalungi bwe gatyo tebamala gagatunda. Why? Buli muntu alina emmoroka ennungi, they start picturing, where else am I going to get a car like this anytime soon? And because majority of the time when you're selling your car, you're going to sell it cheaper than what you bought it. So it's only Arthur who has been able to sell the car much more expensive, and still he did not even sell it. Because I got, that's more than what, because 10% would be 500, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I got about 90% more than what I bought that car. And I still refused to sell because, and one of the reasons why I refused to sell was because where am I going to get a car that is as good as the Corolla to replace the Corolla at the price that I'm selling the Corolla? Because we have been searching for cars before, and there is a gentleman we were searching for netunonya ku Corolla ngeyange netuzisanga zibira mu UAR ngambi. So the best time for you to buy a car is the time you have the money to buy a car. Simanyi oba I'm clear. It's not, it would be useless for you to try and wait for someone to go broke, for you to wait for people to run out of money, for you to wait for school fees season. Okitegeera ogenda kuba marabuddebo ojja kulya sente zikugwenako. So when you have the right amount to buy the car you want, go out and look for it. Okitegeera. Arthur, nze omwaka ngufunyemu ebintu bibiri. Obulamu ne UN permit nga mulimu. CE ne M class. Obezo ze ziriwa. Si ye yachi. Good morning, William. Bruno, carry that jacket. Eno si leather, by the way. Nze ngula ne jacket nenzira bya nuzira. Oba bajijewa. Because I'm one person that doesn't really like jackets. I don't like sweaters and all. Morning, brother, and everyone here. I'm just here to like the broadcast, and I'm busy this, but I like you, man. Thanks for everything. Thank you for being here, Daniel. Thank you for liking the broadcast as well. Ochidabye. Bridget Kakai, how are you today? So you guys, what have you been able to do this year? Omwaka guno kiki kyokoze? It's important that we ask ourselves questions because ebiseera ebisinga tubeera n'emikwano gyaffe naye nga teri muntu ku mikwano gy'asobola kukutuuza n'akubuuza guno omwaka ki kyokoze. Mu family yo nga teri asobola kubuuza guno omwaka ki kyokoze. So I'm asking you, actually after here I'm going to go to the family group nabo mbabuuze, what have you done this year? Because it's important. Sometimes the things you do will be as simple as you moving out of your parents' house. Okitegeera? It will be as simple as you moving out of your parents' house. And hey, wake up, they have come for you. Hey, wake up, they have come for you. Ragnar ganyo okuzukuka. Ragnar, I take you back home. So sometimes it can be as simple as you moving out of your parents' home. For some people, moving out of their parents' home is big. Yet for some other people, the big achievement of the year might be buying their first car. For some people, it might be upgrading their car. For some people, it might be painting their house. For other people, it might be changing the location, because even changing the location is important. I've realized one thing. Majority of the time, it changes for the better. I don't know why that happens, but physical location or geographical location, something changes in your life, and normally it's a good change. Hare Shafter, morning. High voltage, morning. Mata kanonye mbadisi chidabye. Let me look for it. Baba Gonza, Pius, Sekabaka, Sebakala, Mark Gaddison, Agambi, good morning. Ata, if I have 15 million, najizemu wa meyo. Mata chibuzo chonga sichiraba. Kanzireyo gye twatandikidde nziremu nnoonye. Shiri Mukaras, I feel better. Can I get a TIN number before coming back to Uganda? Yes, you can, Martha. Yes, you can. You go to the. I've not really applied to anyone for, because never to TIN number since then. But you first of all go to the URA website. Then there's definitely a section where you apply for TIN number, so you can get a TIN number as long as, I think you need an email address and the national ID that is valid. The TIN number. You might also need a Ugandan phone number, but I think the biggest the biggest need would be your national ID. Ebirala byangu byakumaliriza. Ndoza nkuzemu Martha kati nkirabi n'enkiddamu. Well, I finished my postgrad in monitoring and evaluation at UMI. Bought myself 2 plots of land and started a honey business as my side hustle. I'm eyeing your services soon. Woo! Congrats, Bridget. Ate ekintu ky'okusoma ekyo kintu kikulu nnyo. Tomorrow I actually have a paper. Simanyi ya sawa mmekana enji manyi njirina. Sigisomedde nagisomera. Ngenda gituula mungi kube ya marketing. Ebyo bwongo bwange babwesera marketing sawa bina. I'm going to go sit there and do the paper mveyo. Ate nyimale mudakika ngana. Ragnar, what's up?
David.
Your eyes are not waking up. You open them wide. Open the eyes wide like. Jizemo Antonio, thank you. Math, good morning, Nico. So, Bridget, congrats. Bridget, omwaka gunaguze mproti bidi. Agukoze postgraduate course. Na atandika ne business ya honey. Jagala kuwagira no kakai. I want to support you. I want to support you also. I want to support you. C evuga PLS truck, CE evuga trailer and yellow bed, at aim evuga light plants and heavy plants. kati gwe Bashir toyinza kufa bwavu toyinza neba nange bana abantu pa prestige bane nakola test mu August nemba wasendeza bwe nezigwa baganya okumpa permit yange simanyi bantu ba prestige kye banjagaza baganya okumpa you can imagine since August this is December nyinzo marako December nga sifunye class yange but niko congrats mulaba class ebintu niko byavuga PRS oba yeriweyo kati PRS tracker sigitegeera but is avuga trailers avuga ne buno bugundi buno buninki ni buno buyole ttaka eyo bwebityo congrats I got a second girlfriend there nange had a shafter kati ayina abawala babiri tebakumalemu yeah. My question is, why do taxis use less fuel yet they carry many people, yet private cars use a lot of fuel? Ayubu, taxis don't actually use less fuel. They don't. They use the same amount of fuel. Taxis are normally 2 liters. They have 2-liter engines. So a 2-liter engine consumes the same regardless of what. That's why majority of the commercial plants use diesel. But emoroka ebajijiwanga ya amanyi nenga ya 2 liters kankubeserefu olikaka akatala for a long time nojire moroka negana okuba wano noswala moroka ovuga mpya eganya okuba serefu bakujampinga tebinyuma. So Ayub, taxis tezinywa mafuta matono actually. Just in taxis are commercial cars. You never find them complaining about fuel because emorokezo baziguranga za commercial zikola sente okitegeera. So that's why you will never find people complaining about fuel but taxis. Then it's very hard to find someone nagula kigege oba navugula drone nga yakwevuga bibye. Era the people that buy drones or buy chigigis nga byawe byakwevuga era nazo bazikaba amafuta. So they don't really use they don't really use less fuel. Era bosanga taxi nga ina engine ya 12 ne Ipsam nga 12 banywa cheche. It's just that diesel is cheaper than petrol. Ontegera ndo was Ayub. That's all. They don't really use less fuel. It's just that every time a taxi guy drives their taxi, they have already 14 people. And those 14 people are going to be paying. Ochitegera. Arthur, taxi tenywa sebo. 12 esinga taxi okunywa. Netesinga, Joshua tesinga taxi kunywa nze kyemanyi kiri kimu nti taxi ya diesel. Taxi ya manual. Ochitegera. Emoroka ya manual enywa kitono okusinga automatic. Abayeba taxi bakuba endobo ne bazikiza ne engine. Ochitegera. Nange nazikizanga ne engine by the way. Just sikyabikola. But abayeba taxi abo bakuba endobo, abayeba taxi banywa diesel, abayeba taxi akyusa gear nganze bwe nazikyusanga. Avuga okuva wano okutuuka wali mita 5 nga ali mu gear ya kusatu. In an automatic or a CVT, that's impossible. For the guys that have driven automatic cars that have auto manual mode, you have realized the auto manual, the automatic cars that have auto manual mode, paddle shifters, it doesn't allow you to shift from number 1 to number 2 as you want. There is a threshold in terms of revs that it wants to reach before. So, let me tell you, omyai wa taxi avuga muloza mbuno bongeza ki singa alitenywa bali badete bongeza salongo oli avuga mu estate eyaffe anywa emitwalo ena ku 5 okuvaayo n'okuddayo. That's also what a 2-liter vehicle would consume. Okitegeera. It's just that your taxi ebiseera their manuals. That's why they struggle. When you bagulanga automatic, they make it manual. Because a manual car saves fuel. An automatic car doesn't. This year God has been merciful for have been able to pay my daughter's heart. This is medical bills. No kutuse nyumba ku roofing level. Congrats Antonio. Congrats banange. Antonio tumusabide ekintu ky'omwana. Omwana we aina heart disease and yeah, that's what he's talking about with the medical bills. Tumuteremwe sala ate ekyo nakyo mukama akimuyise Man, Antoni mukama akikuyiseemu ekyo si kyangu and you know, even talking about it is not that easy. Yusuf, bulijja moroka gyogambe yayitamu kulachi mbu ya automatic. Bweba automatic bazikolamu. You just have to get someone that is really good at it, but they work on them instead of buying a new gearbox. Bwebange ebadde tegandi nga ekizibu ddala kya clutch gikolemu. Taxi nagivuga omwaka mulamba natti mukaaga kitimba. Ate nga natti mukaaga kitimba bagamba yenywa n'okunywa. Okitegeera. Joshua, may I find that taxi ezo omanye moroka bwebe ekola sente n'amafuta oyinza obutagawulira. Emoroka bweba tekola sente nze mbabulira nti kakola kangaako mukalaba. Nze I'm sure one of the reasons lwaki sina buzibu teeka full tanka mu motoka is because emoroka zange zinyamba kukola sente, so I don't feel it. Okitegeera nti omuntu akulaba ng'ovuga emoroka every day n'alowooza nti oli mugagga bugagga, naye nga toba mugagga nti ekintu ky'ovuga kikuyambako okukola akasente. Kati ekintu kikuyambako okukola akasente nakyo oba olina okukiddiza. Okitegeera. So nze Joshua nkyawakana because nyina omusajja gwe mmanyi mu estate anywa emitwalo 4-5 okujja n'okuddayo. Ekimuyamba kiri nti agenda ova mu estate avaamu ne taxi ng'ejjudde olumu ng'erimu excess. Okudda ajja erimu excess kuba jjukira ekiro tebabakwata. Naye kyakola buli omu amudropinga wuwe. Bagikolemu Yusuf ezo automatic gearbox gye batakolamu ye CVT. Gwatala ne manual zenyini bazikolamu. Manual batukira okubanga tebagikolamu kuba nti bwebe ebuuka mu zigia awo bo ina gulandala. You stand up. What's up?
Nothing.
Man, tuteremu Antonio Sala mukama kino atayongera okumugumya because ekimu kyayitamu si kya muntu mutiitizi. There are things that I've seen people go through, and I was imagining myself going through those things. By Ragnar. And I was imagining myself, like, how would I be if I were the one going through that kind of situation? And I think I'd be struggling. Man, Antonio, mukama akuteremu obwangu. Danga bwakutambuza omwaka guno ate ogujja kwongerezeemu. Arthur, talk about these cars which are partly electric, like the Harrier hybrid new model. They told me they just need fuel for starting the engine only because it has a motor instead of diff. No, Ayub, that's not the thing. What happens with hybrid cars is that the hybrid mode normally works during stop and go traffic. Bobera ku highway wetaga amaanyi amangi. Emmotoka ekozesa mafuta. Okitegeera. Bobera ewantu wotetaga amaanyi mangi. That's where the motors work. Yeah. But they save fuel, those cars. They do. Like otuka ng'odduka nnyo nga terina maanyi ge yeetaaga. Aho ng'esala yingiri ng'ekusigaza ku maanda. Okitegeera. Owning a car is gonna be my achievement this year, this December. Amina, Mark Gadson, get yourself a car. Ekyo nakyo kive mu ddiiro. Nze emmotoka nakimala. Sidda ku bigere. Ati sitinvuga kiyenje. Naye nga sizze ku bigere. Abantu bapapa kumacha ne webuza lwaki teyakedde. Tayagala kumuyisa, tayagala kumuyingiramu, tayagala kukola ki. Nze si kya papa kuba ne bwo papa gyolaga bwaba tewali sente tewaba sente. Gyolaga wanaabayo sente wajja kubayo sente ne bw'otuuka leeti. Good morning Kiss Fitness. Musomesa. Nze ndi steady kansubire naawe oli steady woli. Project kaya fe etuuse wa. Ogituuse ku ki? So this year, what have you done? I think one of the achievements that we never celebrate is that tumazeko omwaka nga tuli balamu. Omanyi n'okumalako omwaka nga oli mulamu. For you to like in Uganda, you're healthy, you're standing, you're still working. People have lost capital this year, and a lot of them. Yesterday I was reading a comment by a chick, and it was on one of these videos where a farmer, one of these big farmers, Kachika, that guy, he was saying that aina iko oba bibiri ezemwanyi oba ikabimekeza, and then this chick commented that her dad sold 200 acres to start a business in Ghana, and he lost all the money. Now that's big. How do you sell 200 acres and lose all the money? Now that's a question we would ask, but sometimes it happens, especially when someone gets into a business that they are not familiar with. That's why normally when someone asks, what should I do with this amount of money, then I say, what were you doing before you got that money? Like if someone goes to Dubai to look for money, majority of the time is to look for capital, but when they get to Dubai, they start thinking that the things they were doing in Kampala are not worth their energy anymore, but they are beneath them. So they want to start doing other things, the trendy things, kusubula masimo, kusubula motoka, real estate and stuff like that. But then normally the thing is, what do you know? What can you do and no one can beat you? You need to do something where you're the best. Good morning, Lucky Mose. Amina, nsaba Katonda ffenna mu family ya for the love of cars atwangwize ate atuteremu omukisa in our handwork. Amina, thank you very much for that prayer. Bana isare yo buli omu agi receiving fena mukama atuteremu obwangu atufule bagumu. Naye by the way n'ekintu ky'okuguma buli mwaka olina ebintu by'oyitamu nga bikufuula mugumu buli mwaka. I find that's one of the reasons lwaki abakazi bagumu nnyo. Abakazi bayita mu bintu, okitegeera, abakazi bayita mu bintu like there are things that I've seen women go through. Kati nosanga omukazi nga bawe mugwagwa, because abagwagwa gye bali ninga bambi omukazi afaayo nga ali naye talina gy'alaga neŋŋamba naye bakuba omukazi bino saali bigumiikiriza. Nikweganula ddala ng'ekintu kyakole kyabugumu nnyo, kyabuvumu, tekikoleka mutiitiizi, okitegeera. Nze I got a TX Ronaldo this year and planning to get myself an XV Subaru this December, and TX was hired and working with a certain organization. Amina bizimana awo oyina passive income atogenda fune mmoloka endala buli mwaka. Kiba kirungi n'ofunamu ekinene ky'ogubalamu. Every year I think our mathematics should be improving every year. So with 26 days to go, of course now the next 26 days are where you start setting the goals for next year. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Now katwaru abamu aba planting, like me, there are big projects I planted this year. Ngambutufu, the rest of the way I don't have control over it. Katinga nyina kusaba busabe mukama Katonda anyambe ko bitambule nga na plantinga kati nga njagala kulaba next year ngera bwe bigaana capital mu abagenzi naye nga bwe biyitamu capital abasobola okudda ate nenfunamu n'ekirala, okitegeera. Kacheka, the owner of Vienna schools, Kacheka, why didn't he do farming? Anti chicho laki moze chingamba, you need to do something. Amina Mukama yewa alikiseera kyonna. Now she has improved a lot okusinzira how we ended last year. Now there is hope next year should be more better. Amen, Antonio. Jovan Semoga, good morning. My biggest achievement this year was joining the driving family. It's the best decision I made. Getting to know Arthur has helped me save a lot of money and gain a lot of car knowledge. Amen, amen. Ate no yingira driving family ngovuga moroka mpya. Ate omalovuga moroka mpya no n'ekikadde nakyo kiterezi. Naye. Naye Arthur. Can I get a Vitz RS at 12.5 in good condition? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Katulacho bala 12.5 na abantu. Mwayigo kubala Paul Ntege. 12.5. Bayira dala mu 12. Kali 5 gange akuteka malidadi. Dr. Jonathan, this year and this daily rain has shown us that a car is a necessity. In Uganda, a car is a necessity. If for example the government had like developed a vibrant transport system where like if I take a border B or if I take a cab, I can get to a train station and take a train. You imagine a situation where matuka kumabanda walu train ngekutusa ku ebwaise ku northern roundabout ya northern bypass. Ku northern bypass nga batabani bangesoro basa ku tram ne baleta package sasi. Ukitegera sina chini nze mwenyine okujja nabo mu tram package sasi ne mbatwala ku somero lyabwe. Bwe manenya tram entwala paka mu town. Where would I be needing a car? Because they have been trained trams jam tabikwata. Jam takorachi, jam takwata train, jam takwata tram. And these are things nti State Council ne begamba abagagga bali mu kibuga kino mujje twegatte twetaga billion 10 billion. You saw this guy who said he can get 9 billion in 2 weeks. If the government just went to this guy and told him, you know what, we need a tram that goes around Kampala. We need about 20 billion. You can collect with the ticket sales make, you take 50% until you recoup your money plus interest. This guy would get 25 billion and invest in a tram. For the guys that don't know trams, because I'm sure there are those that don't know trams. You see a train is there. But then trams are electric kind of trains. They are not really trains, but they are slow versions of trains that use electricity. So they have lines mounted on their roofs, and then they get power, and then they move around. Normally they are put in centers of towns. I think I first saw a tram in Oslo. God, I love Norway. Or it's because the first country I visited, and I visited that place as a kid. So trams, if they just went to rich people and they said we need 35 billion to build trams in, but of course, it's okwagalira nazo zip back. Ne tugenda ko ne ntya n'okutya. Arthur, mu myaka ejijja oli tuyita ffenna love of cars. Naro tulina okukolayo bakayita kaki ka get together. Have you seen the Mark XZ estate form? Kirabika bubi. When it was still new, I saw it. Omukyala owachengo autoglass wali eri ku kabaka njagala ye akivugidde oba emyaka emeka yesooka ndoozo kireeta ne Kampala. It's, of course, it's as comfortable as a Mark X. I don't know why someone would want an estate version of a Mark X. Train is coming soon. Tofa, your boss. Ogenda Jireta Dipol. Tell me what's the use of Akasanyi in the car. Does it help fuel consumption? Okay. Akasanyi, which they call it the catalytic converter. Is primarily to clean the fumes, the fumes that come from the exhaust pipe. Akasanyi, it has chemicals that help clean that exhaust fume to make it clean, so that by the time it gets to the environment, it's not as harmful. Yeah.
It is so gullible. They've got cold. They really don't care. Their after is money. It's never about love. It's all about money. Lies, fake love, pretend. Ha! Oh fella, you gotta wake up. Awaken sanity. She got no love for you. Woo! She got no love for you. He is so gullible. She's got a cold heart. It's not about love. She's is after his money.
Katukadde mugoka mulire rap. Ula.
It's never about love.
It's all about money, lies,
fake love,
pretense. Ha.
Oh fella,
You gotta wake up, awake your sanity. She got no love for you. She got no love for you.
He is so gullible.
Mwe nakubye rap. By the way, Antonio, radio yaffe yatuuse. Radio yaffe yatuuse Kampala. Ngenda gireeta lwaleero, ngenda genda gijjayo leero. Kati ene eri mu vitso baje mampa omwana agenda okuvuga korola Uber. Omwana agenda ovuga korola Uber yeetagayo ka screening akanenenenemu nga kategeera okusinga kali akalimu. Ne kali akalimu si kabi naye kati ene eri mu vitiza ate nneneko. Naye ate siyinza mu Android yange. Yamuwene eri muno gy'aba ateeka muli. Badde nkyaddamu wakatalic converter. Akasaanyi oba catalytic converter, the ultimate goal, the ultimate use is to clean the fumes that come from the exhaust system of the car, to make sure that it's not as harmful, that it's not as harmful to the environment as it would be. Now, because the automakers are really obligated to make sure that the environment is protected, they make it so that the catalytic converter will kajja mu mmoloka omwo malfunctioning, enywa amafuta, epipira, so that you don't drive a car that does not have it. Osigale ngo protecting environment. Those antegerekese. Akasanyi bakakola nga tebamanyi nti baba Japan oba abangereza bunabone mmoloka jovuga. They have never imagined that someone will actually steal that thing. But in Uganda they are stolen. I think in Africa generally. Kati ne mmoloka jenvuga kuka kyalimu. Mwekali nnyo kuba mpya. Mukorola tekalimu. But then also abana bwe bakabye mu mmoloka, abana gye bali abalina computer abaka gaba they erase it from the computer novuga mmoloka nga tekyakeetaaga. So bwe balese radio bandetedde ne scanner, obidi to scanner y'emmotoka. So emmoloka yo bwebanga oyagala okumanya nze nkusasuza mutwalo gwokka, sikusasuza sente nnyingi, ogenda kumpayo mutwalo gumu gwokka, ojje nkubulira ekizibu ekiri ku mmoloka yo. Nange nako wasebo okusasula sente nnyingi okuscanninga emmoloka katika obidi to scanner nakalese. Izo error code izo na tujaze ezinganga. Nti ate ogenze n'okola service ate mmoloka erese yingini check ngujanga soka tujerezinga bweddako nga tugisoma nga tumanya kizibu kikyegamba. Because now the cars that we are driving these days, they require an obidi to scanner for you to find out what the problem is. Which again, it's important for the VVTi Valvematic cars. Having an obidi to scanner is a plus. But since you can't get it, someone in the family has it, you facilitate having it. Yeah, so what have you done? We have 26 days remaining for us to close the year, and we have about 21 days of activity. To be honest, you have about 21 days of work, of making things work. Because in Nakuzona, you literally can't do everything in all these days. Because we have Sundays, then we have Christmas Day, Boxing Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Kati abasuubuzi b'ebintu abasuubula season, this is your time to start bringing Christmas. This year manyo abantu bakyagula ebintu bya Christmas. Like this year I want to actually make a Christmas tree and decorate for my sons. It seems they really like it, so I'm considering decorating. We last decorated in 2018 before the lockdown. No, we decorated in 2019, I think. Yeah, we decorated in 2019. That's the last time we decorated. Aban was 1 year. His brother wasn't born yet. And then the lockdown came. We could not decorate. Then 2021 we moved to Matuga. We didn't have power. In 2022, we're not really in the Christmas mood. But this year we have to decorate so that they experience Christmas. Kali, ngenda kusoma ku comment okantuke mu kajjamu kana akali traffic officer induced. Una abadde ki? Era nanga abantu abayigire muloka mbisaawe mulabe. Just put the indicator and go. People can't knock you when you have a akuba U-turn. Mwebagayi tokubidanga U-turn wantu waliwo kizimbe kyosobola genda n'okyukiramu oba mafuta. Kebepe police station osobola ogikyukiramu genda ogikyukiremu. Tebalina kye bajja kukola. Obuzibu kubba, but most of the things we admire from other countries are possible to have them in Kampala. Chitufu Antonio, did you see the train TZ tested yesterday? It travels 168 kilometers per hour. Obusajja butuleka. Ate bagenda tulekera ddala. Bagenda tuleka. Nze nalaba jjajja wange omumativu n'ebigenda maaso. Mumativu nnyo olumu nze muleka ne simuwa ssente. Olumu muleka kuba mumativu. Chikola na fujjo. In relation to that, when you do pre-purchase inspection, do you consider catalytic converter necessary before buying the vehicle? Ati kakati Paul Ntege, you need to understand that for the guys, especially the guys that are buying old cars, Chibina, Epsom, those cars don't have catalytic converters. Some of the new visitor ojirabe genda erimu steel wire. Oshitegeera. Imotoka ezisinga naddala enkadde abagula milioni 10 ku kawansi 15 ku kawansi ezisinga tezina kata yo field eyo girabe egenza yayina eyo IST ogiraba mulimu steel wire kati eyo nuwe yesale eyo catalytic converter mweri eyo primo teri mu catalytic converter kati mulimu imotoka zetumanyinga catalytic converter doesn't really affect it that much, and then there are cars that we know that the catalytic converter will affect it. And by the way, cars that really need catalytic converters to operate, we will know that it doesn't have a catalytic converter because the reactions, how it reacts, you would know. And by the way, catalytic converter is very expensive. It can go up to 2 million to buy just one. Me, I blame our government. They don't plan. If our cities ate obukumpanya bungi, but would the Trump system survive here in Uganda? About scrap, they would steal the parts, then even cases it would not maintain it. In fact, they would cut costs so much that it would be a very unsafe system. No, Auntie Kakati, Dr. Jonathan, things like that, in a country like ours, you don't let them be maintained by the government. You privatize them. You see like how I've suggested. You see like how I've suggested that you get investors to buy those things. Let them manage them or hire out a private company to maintain the tram. You see, even the Uganda train should not be maintained by government because we already know, even the president has confirmed that the government is corrupt. He has corrupt people in the government. So the best thing for anyone that is sane is to hire, like, you remember the permit process? It was going very smoothly. Their contract went off, I don't know whatever they did, but it was going very smoothly. You get a company like that and give them authority to manage it. Like the Entebbe Express, it's managed by a private company. That's what you would do. I hear they put steel wire there to replace it. Anti mu moroka ziri enkadde kati ne moroka gyenvuga tosobola kujjamu catalytic converter n'oteekamu steel wire kumenya paka bw'ogitunda oba paka bw'ogula catalytic converter. Good morning Modric, how are you today? Bridget Kakai, thank you. I'll definitely deliver to you the best organic honey gotten all the way from Amudat. Amudat is in Wachi district. Oba Amudat is a district. Where can I get your phone number? Robert Muleme, my phone number is in the description of this channel. Just go to the about section of the channel. Number yange mweri. I'm actually going to add the MTN number. Kubaka akati, I have an MTN number that you guys can reach me on. Nyine number ya MTN. Neka tukwene nkuba ebintu ngenda bino nayo ntyanze byenyino kugenda okufuna. They are this year nazimba mwamaka. Amina Joshua. Amina. Joshua mu 2023 azimbie mwamaka. What have you done in 2023? Important for us to ask ourselves that question. Real answers UG, good morning. Electric wires in city should pass underground like water pipes. The internet cables. But Chivana Munanki. Bridget. Congratulations, Uncle Joshua. Yeah. Solomon. Good morning, Calavas. Good morning, Solomon. Obado buzenyo Solomon. I hate it to see electric wires on top of buildings in city hanging. Bila bikabubi zizao. Walwozi nezikiri ozirengereza yaka. Bumita bwa kandoza ku kizimbe mulimu nga asatu. Bubu nabonna buyita mwaka akazimba awo. Tekirabika bulungi. But of course it takes a very huge investment. Kati ekyokukyuka, I think umeme has to go, and then the government gives a contract to another company which will change these things. Mpora bajisa amasanyaze mutaka. Mpora basoke bakikole mu Kampala wakati. Wamala okitegera. But of course now umeme is not the one that actually distributes. We have a distribution company that belongs to government. I think it's the one that is supposed to first of all start with these big wires. But I think they're going there though. What was no cables? They write ABC cable. They have very strong insulation. It's an ABC cable. So probably after they bring the ABC cables to you, now the next step would be for them to be able to take them through the ground. Akakuba katabusa ate December yonna agenda kuba wankuba kati sibitegeera ne January nalabye mu weather forecast. I had a weather forecast for about 45 days, and then part of January that was shown in that forecast shows that even January is going to have a lot of rain. Not fair at all. Yes, Samuel Taremwa, good morning. I've done lots of things this year, but to note is that I bought my first car this year. Congrats, Kim Job. Congrats. Chikulike Gunomaka. By the way, we need to celebrate ourselves. Everything you have been able to achieve this year, you should celebrate it. Otherwise, if a year passes by and you don't celebrate the things you achieved, ojakuba okorachi. Ojakubanga toteka mumanyi gawera next year because ebya mwaka ogwedde ojakuba tobijjukira. I personally know that this year I had my first show shown on TV, and not just any regular TV, a TV owned by MultiChoice, which together. And yeah, and then I got to know that, well, yeah, I do some good work. And not just that, my show is going to show through this year until part of next year, and hopefully I'll be able to what the 12 challenges, because buli kimu kibamu challenges nadala ngoli mupya twafunayo ku bikonoko naawo nga tetuna launch nga kyovola banti wabawo challenges ezaaliwo era if you had seen the original concept it would be totally different. It would be much more fun. Abalabe cafe but twafunamu ku bikonoko naawo, but then we adjusted. Is any muntu akola adjustment ya mangu, but that's an achievement. The cafe Eriku TV, the cafe Sajikola for money, by the way. We were paid definitely, but the cafe Nzenganze producer, I did not do it for the money. Abana abankolera bo bafuna sente. I pay a considerably higher wage than any other director in Kampala. So we did produce our first show. Eriku Palma Loco. That's big. That's big for us. And then, of course, I was able to buy some equipment, which many people don't have till now. And then by the end of next year, hopefully, nja kubanguza equipment ato mungi atasaga okitegeera. And of course, this year again, amidst all the challenges, netufuna n'akamotoka kano akatonotono okafuna nawo tekibadde kyangu naye tukafunye. Mama bani yamala ebbanga ng'andiko naye omanyi hani funayo emotoka endala etali Corolla ababuloka bajja kutagetinga Corolla biki okitegeera. And yeah, so when this car came, omukyala bwe yagaana okugitwala, I just decided let me keep it. It's not easy keeping it and also keeping the Corolla, but that's why we are men, right? We find solutions to problems that are either brought on by us or by other people. So nekano tujjaka finding a solution. So this year and by the way, it does not matter whether you're going through challenges or you're not going through challenges. When you achieve, it doesn't mean that it's going to be straight after you have achieved. The thing is, after you go uphill, you go downhill. After you go downhill, expect to go uphill. And uphill is always hard. Yesterday I wanted to start running again. I think na chatting na Antonio Negaitano that very day. Ne musomesa. Onakule nasemba yokudduka enkuba yali etonnya nnyo nennemesa okudduka obulungi ate ko lwennyini n'engu ekigo neŋŋamba sigenda kuddamu kudduka in the rainy season. Era lwero lwe nasembayo okudduka njagala kuddamu okudduka ng'omusana guzzeemu. So yesterday, because the rain ebadde emaze ennaku nga bbiri nga teyeekalakaasa, I thought yesterday we would not have rain. And yeah, but yesterday morning, which is when I was supposed to run, it rained in the morning, so I could not run. So ndabikanga agenda okuddamu okudduka next year. Naye nga ate last year I even ran on Christmas Day. Yeah, so but one of my achievements, by the way, the past 2 years, one of the biggest achievements I achieved was I don't have pressure anymore. I used to have high blood pressure, kind of hypertension. I was hypertensive, and it's one of the reasons why I moved to Matuga. I wanted to have a space where I could actually run, do exercise, and yeah. So the past 2 years, I've been able to fight hypertension. Again, I'm not hypertensive anymore. Nenyinza oba nyina kyenneerabidde. Naye omuntu yakola abantu abakagula emmotoka ensooka bakuba eŋŋombe. Ate nze bwenkubira eŋŋombe nga nnyimirira ddala saagala muntu kunditako kajjanja. Abaye kambeeko wenyimirira wano nkebere kyenkebera kubanga I'm not sure if I'm steady. Nyinza okwesanga nga nkyuse just to make sure I've not forgotten anything. This is mine. I'm safe. So what have you done this year with 26 days remaining? Let's just reflect back. Biche biganye. For starters, nze kamba bulire kisoose ekiganye because tosobola kubanga omwaka gwonna o achieve ne bobanga kintu kyo achieve kinene wabawe ebiganye. Nze nga Arthur ekimu ku bintu ebiganye sawa ziri mmeka? sigenda tukira ku office kambeko we nekoona alina office neetagibwayo naye sigenda tukirayo. For starters nze ekintu ekimu kubiganye tisobodde kukola finishing wa nyumba yange. I had planned to do to work on my house ngimalirize bulungi omwaka guno, ekyo kiganye, but no problem. Nkozeko at least like 50%, not 50%, I've done like 40%, no 30%, 30%. So that's I had planned to do the finishing naye ganye guno omwaka yeganye. But like I said, I've been telling you guys, fe wano mu Africa mortgage yaffe ebeeremu, mortgage yaffe ng'Abafirika ebeeremu, nti mortgage ebeera nti otandika okuzimba ennyumba n'ogizimba mpola mpola paka bw'oligimaliriza. Ate kati in Uganda we don't give ourselves timelines. Nti ate ennyumba njagala ngimale emyezi 6. Lwofuna sente lwomaliriza ennyumba. So but nze finishing guno omwaka yaganye, tujja tandikirawo omwaka ogujja. Sijja kulaba nga nfiira ku nnyumba. Tulina okukolako ne ku birala, ate tulina okukola ne ku bintu ebirala ebituyambako okufuna sente ate zijja okumaliriza eyo ennyumba, ate zizimbe n'amayumba amalala. Ndabeka nsomeko comment wano. The Vits are taking out parcels on the road. Yeah, because the Vits is big. Like, you see this car. Hey, was one while driving me. In a Morocco, Jiraba, Nene. From here. Kapaso kafundamu. So with the Vits, you get the economy of the parcel, and yet you get the space of a Sienta. Which take here. Thank you, Antonio. UEDCL. Yeah, in terms. Nenzendo was engeri balese ABC cables. ABC cables oyinza okusanga ne mutaka ziyitamu nga bagenda tandikira awo bati batandika okugayisa mu ttaka. Up we go, down with dope. Linda January, you'll run again. Yedanja kuduka mu January. You need 2 cars, one for standby since you use them for daily business. If one breaks down, business continues as usual. True. I don't really need 2 cars because as long as you're driving, katinze Corolla yango jidaba. Corolla inajivuga from 2021. Tefangako. Nti sina kyenvuga kati tekibangawo. Mchaoli yali abala. Jasobola okuvuga era kati yiye. Era ero kati si yange eno yiye. Good morning Derek. Andi kati ero olaba Bashiri olumu manyofuna bi project nga nyina okwenjera. Newe sanga ndofuna project ngogenda kwenjera for like 3 weeks. And for those 3 weeks, abana balina okugenda ku ssomero, naye alina okugenda ku mulimu. Kati for those 3 weeks, if there is another car, you just leave it there. Nakozesa eyo nemutambuza ebibi. Arthur, a car is a necessity. Look at this weather. True. This year a motoka eganye. Ya next year I think. Nebiganye nayo tusobola byogera ku tuzemu ku bantu amaanyi. Waliwo abantu ng'ebintu ebisinga biganye. Kati nga ye bw'alaba mwogera bye mukoze ne mutayogera biganye. Ate akola ki? Agwamu amaanyi. For people who use tractors for business to run 24/7, to be reliable in Africa, one must be on standby with spare parts stocked. It's dangerous to start and stop running after your body has adjusted to a running routine. You may actually accumulate cholesterol. Wow. Samuel, I also eat healthy. Like all about Dr. Jonathan, he later intermittent fasting. I realize I don't really need intermittent fasting. Sometimes we fast without even intending. Like you're busy and then you don't get a chance to eat. Which again, like me personally, I don't eat from the same place like 4 times. No. Zenchusa. emmere wengwa wendya okitegeera. It's a safety precaution for me. Wenkolera siryawo mmere okitegeera. I've seen people run into trouble because they ate from the same place so many times, and then that's how people spoil their lives. So I don't eat from the same place more than twice, and I try as much as possible to eat things that I can just grab. So I don't think I'm going to get cholesterol anytime. I avoid sugar as much as possible. But that's how I don't have a pot belly. That's how I don't have a pot belly. That's why I'm not fat with fat. If I gain any weight, it's normally muscle. Comes from me lifting my weights. Of course, kati badde mulwadde nga ne bwenjagala okuliftinga weights amaanyi tegabaamu. Yeah, but I'm going to, at least I lift weights. But I will run musomesa. Ate ngenda kuddamu nga nziruka kilomita zange 15. Siddayo mu 10 ze nali nziruka kuba kati ntono. Musomesa sebo nange kati nvuga SC. Saawa bina ninga gwe. Kayoka ngenezi joka skana kange. Ngenda soka kuscanninga Corolla. Maroji scanninga njijemu buli kachafu. Nzije scanning ene vitis wa desina chen scanning. I will just scan it for the sake of scanning. Ah.
Emiligo nozikumira
naye akakuba kalero kayiikiriza ffe ne kakatanga.
When you kiss me, when you touch me, the way you love me.
Good morning, JK. JK, tuli want twogera ku omwaka gugenda. What have we done in the year? What are we planning to do in the year? Because tuzaenda kwa 26 omwaka gugweko. What do we plan to do in the year? What have we failed to do because ebyo bibamu? Hey, I successfully tested the production studio. When I was studio nga Hollywood zebaina, I built myself a prototype. It has had challenges along the way, but I successfully saw that, well, you can actually construct a studio and work in there without being interrupted. For example, the recent project we shot, I rented a location for 1 million for a single day use. And that's one of the reasons why Hollywood studios decided to build their own studios. Nga bwayagala maka agezimbira, bwayagala train station agezimbira. That's why they built studios. So for the cafe, I actually did build a studio prototype. I wanted to see. Wahari yakawunda atomeddo wa wish naye kirungi bonna balina gaadi akubye kigaadi kakati wa wish agamba naye mulaba lwakiteeka gaadi ku mmotoka oli abadde ku ssimu bannange mulekerawo okukozesa amasimu nga muvuga mulekerawo okukozesa amasimu kanji balage ate munagamba ate atatulaga baabo eno hariya ekonyeyo wish naye kati oyo wahari abadde ku ssimu kintu kubeera ku ssimu ng'ovuga and you know the funny thing, it happens like this. Kambalaga abantu bebabeera nga bavuga ye ne ssimu eriwo omuntu avuga emmoroka nga ali ati ono gwe bakonye muyindi avuddemu abuddemu naye nno wahali yawonye kuba kubanga tekuli gaadi senga kati ali mu kubala nsimbi kuba ye eriko gaadi and you know bw'oba olina emmotoka eriko gaadi fuba nnyo okubeera emabega w'emmotoka eziriko gaadi otherwise kati abakoona vitiizi yange ng'abadde agenda ddugwamu sigolola bampa emmotoka mpya ogula bampa mpya kyokoonako kyonna oteekako kipya tetukola mu mmotoka nyinza n'omuguza frame. I have done most of what I plan to do with the exception of a few things that are out of my control. Thank you, Jackie. There are things that are actually out of your control. Ngolumu otula Bashiri mbunza obufumbo buganye. Bashiri. Obufumbo tebusobola gana mpozi obufumbo buno bwe babuganye naye obulala buganye. Ngenda giteekayo link. Actually, let me assign someone to put that link. Oba nyinako airtime. Kandabe. Nyabo bobolaba ate lwa bobolaba bambi nzijukiza ntekeyo link ku YouTube. Ndayika nga tainako airtime. Eyisem. Kamukubirenga mulaba alina okunzijukiza. Nyinga takwata. We have the same eating routine. Because I also rarely eat food. I spend weeks drinking tea and milk only without eating food because I find myself losing appetite. That's Antonio. Awunkwawukana muko mbuzo otya. Nina appetite. Actually, even now I want to eat. I have appetite for eating. Yeah. I have appetite. Nze kati appetite. Nze nefuga bwefuzi ningamba sijja kulya. Era for me, it takes a lot of brevity. Buba buvumu nyonzo obutalya. Era byemba gamba nti wano siryawo wali siryawo sirya kino sirya kiri. Ebyo byonna buba buvumu it has come after a long time of thinking nti kino sijja kikola kiri sijja kikola nze nyina appetite ndya. Nze natokako n'okwediwa minga ndowooza appetite ye nyina yabyuka. Me I eat. Jeke, congrats. Hello? Nzijukiza bambi ntekeyo link ya music wange ku YouTube. Batuse. Lwaki? Take Uber. Kale. So, after me, I got a permit. I have some savings, about 7 million. I'm 24, a real hustler. The 7 million, bobo ngezo sene zo savings. Yagala memoro ogenda gula ki? Ogenda gula ipsa. Omuyindi bamutomedde ne esage vuddemu kati ali mu endabirwa amagisiza. Bwe bamutomera. Akitegeere mangu. Ategedde omuntu amuli emabega mutamivu oba mumantaavu. Nemwe bagayi. Abantu abavuga emmotoka ekabala muve ku masimu nga muvuga. Nze sikwata ku simu nga nkola ki? Era ne wano bino byenkwata sikwata ku simu ne mukwata ka phone holder. How much is a wish in such condition? Johnson, that wish. A wish kateri ku UBB jibaide milioni 16, 17, 18, depending on who you're buying from. But 16, 17 there. Good morning, Vianney. In traffic jam, guys with big engines are always panicking. They are burning fuel. Most likely they knock other cars. Hey! Arthur, this year, thank God. Tebansibye. Emirimu gyaffe egy'okuddeya simirawo. Kitegeera Zaak. Nkitegeera maani. Nenno webazanga mukama bw'obanga challenges nga chairman Zaak zayitamu totera kuziyitamu. The challenges of being locked up, the challenges kakati eno wish mujiraba yanjawula ate kweri wish eri ebadde ku UBB. They are different. Eno yeberanga super. Okitegeera yanjawulo kweri. era bw'oziraba n'amatala gaza ag'emabega ganja ulomu. You look at both. Ogiraba eri eya silver n'odulaba n'eno amatala nago ganjawulo ne size ekyukamu kino kinenemu kali okitegeera. But of course it takes time for you to realize it. Abantu abamu abagula wish agula ye kasiteebeera wish old model. Leero kambeeko we neekoona nange kimanyi ne bengenda osomesa digital marketing bagenda tuuka late n'aba classes abaana leero bagenda tuuka late. Bana program y'abaana ya acting etandika olwaleero officially. Abaana bagenda kukola ne short film eyaabwe. Tulina ogisayine mu zi festival naro. Kati ngongamba mbwe moroke yayingine entonombi viani tutambira speed yemu n'abavugazi 1200 abavugazi 18
Baby girl, you will rock with me. Keep me by my side, you will stuck with me, girl. It's what I feel inside when you're by my side, girl.
Ono wandege yamumulaba very busy. Abafande bali confused obalabye.
So I do the simple thing for her. Cause she give me one, everything she do give me one, you know. Change your charcoal and flip boom. Okay, man. Yeah, we're gonna start. Okay, man. I woke up in a good mood. I don't know why, but I'm feeling so good, like I want the whole food. I'm not gonna put on a t-shirt today. Feel like getting a sitter today. I make her smile, I make her laugh. I make her dance, I make her wine. Feel like getting downtown.
What was them and yeah, Banange JK. You have changed your mind from 2010 to 2011. And nakasende kaino kweyo ngera. Samuel Tise, gymming brings appetite. Naye atenze nebwe mala katola banti mbadde mulwadde naye era appetite ebadde ejja. JK okudeya kibeeranga JK manyi nawe wakolako okudeya bana abaana ababeera abagenda ku lindako esi namugjeeko okudeya kuba kutetenkanya oba I don't know how best to term it. Abaana abadeya be bamanya ebintu gye biri ne bakasitoma gye bali okitegeera. How best can I describe okudeya? Nyina muwala wange nkola naye ku Dynamo ayina edduuka ly'engoye naye zaatalina kyakola akiyita ku ddeya agenda n'agenda n'essimu ye n'agireka ku dduuka okitegeera n'ajjayo engoye nga tazisasudde okitegeera olwo aba adeeyezza sirikale nabo bali confused kati naye mwe chicken tonight yalongoosezza mu mbeera ogiraba kirabika waliwo omuzungu yagigulamu shares kati agirongoosa ali mugifuula Kentucky fried chicken kambeeko we neesuulako wano katono beeko omwami gwendaba ate tunaddamu ne tunyumya enkya njagala mbasiibule mpolampola kansooke mpakinge mbasiibule ate tuddemu tunyumya olw'enkya
where we would play, or before we play. Yeah, you're feeling good. Jump, 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 jump. If you're feeling good, booka, 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 booka. If you're feeling good, jump, 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 jump. If you're feeling good, booka, 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 booka. You and me, we rule the world. Me and you. We're gonna make them jump. We're gonna make them dance. Come on, jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Good morning, Stach. How are you? I came late despite my busy schedule. Guys never get a job at the airport, more so when you're into stationery or in-flight shipping. But I managed to come. Ulikayo man. After I changed my mind, ejeke kumazi. Viane agamba. Okuba kuyita kuyiriba. Kuyiriba? Viane nawe otubuza. Okudeya kwe kutunda ekintu kye wasuubula ku layisi ofunye obuzibu. Nedda Viane. Nedda banaye chairman Zach jango tutase. I saw someone who bought a Noah SI 2011 at 42 million. I don't know if it was cash or credit. Excuse me. Kale ngenda kubuuza jeke. Ngenda kubuuza ne kamba sibule banaye. Joshua, Antonio, Henry Sejemba, Bashiri Mukarazi, Bruno Bakahika, Tusime, Eddie Nick, Baboyi, Richard Nabong, Gabura Mark, Chairman Zach, Martha Director, Martha Academy, Bashir Mukarazi, Pius Duboa, Cosmas Agaba, Chris Da Vinci, Jovan Mugume, Abibu Kenya, Travel with Shafiq, Sebakala, Mark Gadson, Serun Georgie William, King Daniels, Bridget Kakai, Harry Shafter, High Voltage, Nicholas Kaziwe, Zigadeo Empewe Vebo, will tell it very clean. Yusuf Sulaiman, Matovu Ayubu, Sebakala Makgadson, Nakumazel, Chris Fitness, Samuel Sisye, Bizimana Peter, Lucky Mose, Semuga Jovan, Paul Tege the Great, Dr. Jonathan Chiwanuka, Robert Muleme, Robert nga ninga gwe mmanyi kafaananyi ko sigalaba naye ninga gwe mmanyi. Okay, Modric, Rio Answers UG, Solomon Namuli, Taremwa Samuel, Musime Kim Job, Derek Lules, Semusu Wilba, JK, Eric, Wakula Johnson, Vianney Kabusu, Chairman Zach, Nseko Starch, Jovan Mugume. Ata I just pass you at the lights. Banda ngenda kwongera mu tint. Simanyi lwaki nkyogera ko business kikola. Nina kwongera mu tint. Naye Jovan olinga nnoonya obunoonya. Jovan gwandaba balate bandaba. Wankwata bukwasi. Okudea is kind of brokering, but you hype the price sometimes to crazy prices. That's why sometimes police are being cheche baita okudea ndoza kati okitegedde Vianney. Cheche baita okudea. Na kati almost ndoza Kampala yonna yonna eri mu kudea. Neka amasibule bagayi bange. Njabala bencha ku market Tuesday, enchaka ndabe kyengendo basomesa mu market. Anti encha nina paper. Kati nyina basomesa bye ngenda kukola mu paper. Kwiri Akimu, Semaganda Richard. Bane mukama abakuume. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Ciao.